Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to our weekly video here from Duarte Capital Management. Today is the 4th of November 2019 and lots to talk about. So let's start and a little bit quiet, quite weak. I have to say last week, of course, we had some move here on the 30th of October or so. But after that, pretty much nothing, So we saw the dollar really finding a bottom here on the 18th and 21st. And then since then, pretty much, move up, but, very choppy. We can see on the 4 hour. But then on the 30th of October, which was the FOMC day, right? We saw the dollar really getting sold, but here we are back to those lows, and here is it's where things can start being a little bit choppy again and very difficult to trade, guys. Okay, very difficult to trade. I wish I wasn't here telling you guys that, because I want to see moves in the market. I want to see market breaking levels, having a good trend to follow. But that's not the case that we have in here, and it's very difficult. I have to say, it's very difficult. So let's start looking at the dollar here index, and let's start by looking at the weekly here. So the weekly here looks like we had a kind of a channel, right? Which already tells you that longer term, we are in a range mode. Things will only start to get very interesting if we start breaking this channel either side, and until we are not breaking, markets can be very, very choppy, because if you look candle by candle here, you can see, one up, one down, one up, one down, pretty much like that throughout the weeks. But, and that tells you straight away how hard it is to trade right now. If you look daily, we broke a trend line. We made kind of a retest of the trend line, but here we are back to this level. So if you ask me what I think it can happen here, I think that we are in a type of a range here now. Okay, so I believe that now we are between 98 and 97, which are these two orange lines that you can see here. I think if we start breaking below 97, then you can of course watch the 96.65 next level, and then if that breaks, you have to watch all the way to 95.85. Okay, that's what I think it is. If we do break above the 98 and close above, then you have to watch this area around 98.30, and then if that breaks, then back to 99.50 or so. But that doesn't mean we're gonna go up or down very quickly. It's not like this, or like this. I don't think that will happen. I think it's gonna be a very slow market, I believe, if we remain as we are regarding fundamental news and headlines. I think it's gonna take a really long time to get to these really nice levels. So if we do break 97, I'll be watching all the way to here. If we break 98, then I'll be watching here, and then if that breaks 99.50, okay, those are the levels I will be personally watching, and pretty much traders here from the Duarte Capital as well are looking for. Okay, now like I said, the market can be a little bit choppy. It might take a little bit long time to get to these levels, so keep that in mind. Okay, if you are a little bit medium to long-term trader, then it's a hard job, because I think you need to change a little bit of your style for now, and be a little bit shorter term, because if you're not, it's gonna take a lot of time, I believe. Okay, which is sad. However, 4 hour, we have a very important trend line here to watch. Okay, we have three highs. Okay, can we go there fourth time and reject, or can we break here and then go up? very possible too. Okay, I will be watching this trend line, and keep in mind, guys, that one of the rules of trend lines that we use here is that we want the market to break this trend line during high volatility times. Okay, so we are talking here about 7 a.m. London time to 4 p.m. London time. Okay, those are the times that we love to see the market breaking trend lines, formations, whatever it's there to break. Okay, if it breaks during Asian session, that is when we see the break, but we don't trade. Okay, because we know that the chance of being a false breakout, it's very big. Okay, so keep that in mind. So this is the dollar index for you to watch. I'll be watching the 97, which we are not far. Keep in mind that the low here was on the 97.10. So we are very close. So 97 and this trend line, I think it's huge for this market to start with. Okay, guys. So that's the dollar index. So let's watch the majors now. So let's have a quick look on the euro dollar pair. So the euro, guys, it's very steady here. I think it's very steady, and shorts are looking this a little bit. You know, if I was short, I wouldn't be happy because the market's holding very well. I know we are in a resistance zone. I know that, but at the same time, it's not reversing. And as long as he takes here, as more time he takes here, the chances increase for this to start breaking higher. That's what I think it is. So if we keep that in mind, let's go now to the daily. And the daily, guys, I have the same chart for how long? For 3 weeks, maybe, I think. So what I think can happen here is that if we start breaking this high, which is the previous high, which is the 1180, I think we're gonna break to above at 12, but I personally would love to see 12, 10 around this area to be reached. I think here is really perfect to try a short with a very small stop loss. I think the risk reward here, it's amazing. Okay, so with that in mind. I'm waiting to see if the market can reach there. Selling here with this price behavior that we are seeing, I think it's very hard to try to trade this. I don't see anything here that shows me that we're gonna reverse. Can it reverse? It can, but for now, if you ask me right now, I don't see anything to confirm that. So that's one thing to watch, okay? But above 12, keep in mind, 12.10, guys. It's only 10 pips above. And that is the perfect area to try short. 618, trend line, 200 moving average. A lot of things in this area here, okay? And we are expecting this level to reach for a very long time, okay? So keep that in mind. So that's the euro here. Okay, cable. So the cable, it's going as a little bit lower right now, a little bit more than the euro, and I think you can see this on the euro pound, right? The euro there, a bit higher, but here is the cable, and the cable, guys. I think it's very clean here. What we can see, which is that I was expecting this 127 to be, the area to get some longs in play, but we never reached there. We stopped at the 28 handle, and here we are. And but one thing is for sure: if you want to trade this, you need to be a little bit careful, because after this powerful move that we had in here, this huge move up, it's normal for the market to get a correction period, right? So what can happen here is that this market can easily create a triangle here, or a channel, or any correction formation in this area. Okay, what does that mean? It means that if you are long or short, you need to take your profits soon. Okay, so in other words, don't expect this market to start breaking the 130 and go to 133 quickly again. That's not how the market works. It's very likely now that we can, be in this range before and then maybe break out. Okay, so if you are trading the cable, keep that in mind. However, we're still bullish, okay, while we remain above the 27, and I think that has been the same kind of thing that we have been saying for many days now, right? Keep the 127 as a bearish and bullish line, as a bullish and bearish price to guide you for the next trend. Okay, but I think that's all, guys. Okay, there is nothing much to say here. I don't see any signal. I don't see anything that it's important, is interesting going forward. I do think the market can be in a correction period here, in a very choppy price action mode right now on the cable. Okay, dollar Swiss. So dollar Swiss, guys, as I said, is in a range, right? But I think the daily now it's becoming more clean of what this is building up, right? And it does look like a triangle. Okay, does look like we are having a flat line with a a decreasing kind of trend line going lower here. So if you want to trade this, you need to only trade in this area, buying here or selling close to this trend line here. Okay, right now we are pretty much in the middle, and that's the worst price ever that you can trade. Okay, so I don't think there is nothing you can do today or anything like that, only if we go back down again today. But you want to sell, right? It is in this kind of area close to this trend line here, in my opinion. Okay, keep things simple. If we do break here below, then I'll be watching the 97. If we break above, guys, then the one handle, and then if we break that, then the next one is going to be 1.01 to watch. Okay, on the dollar Swiss, but very choppy. But keep that formation in mind. I think it's going to help you a lot if you do watch that. Okay, dollar yen, guys. So dollar yen, a bit of a selling off here, more than I was expecting, actually, to be very honest, because if you look, equities at record highs, very nice open so far today, but let's look bonds. So bonds is the one that pretty much pushed the dollar yen up. This bounce here on bonds is that one that really pushed the dollar yen. But let's watch the bonds, to see what can happen the next day, because if this bond starts to go down again and equities remain strong, I think this dollar yen can bounce very quickly too. So keep that in mind. Okay, guys, we pretty much recovered pretty much half, right? So 1 second, guys. Here we go. So the right fib. So we pretty much recovered half already of the selling off that we had on the 31st of last month. Okay, so already half out of the market, which is something to watch, right? But keep in mind, guys, and one thing also does look a little bit as a head and shoulders here, guys, and it's something to watch. Okay, not many people are talking about this, but it is possible. It is possible for this to be a kind of a trend line here, head and shoulders, head here to the neckline, measure that to here. If we do breakout, and you can see the target is going to be 114, so really nice target there, really massive target for the dollar yen. It's going to be a powerful move, right? 114, guys, so that one brings even above this trend line here on the weekly. Okay, does that mean you need to start buying now and we will go there for sure? Not yet. Okay, not yet. First we need to see a close. Firstly, we need a very beautiful close above the 109. Okay, because if you look inside of the square, how many close we had above the 109? None. How many times we went above the 09? Few times, right? But we never had a close above. So I think that's going to be the first trigger for us to start being very short yen. Okay, but for now, it's one I'm keeping in mind and watching for the next few days. Okay, looking shorter term, we rejected at the trend line. Beautiful reaction at a trend line here on the dollar yen. Okay, so that's keep in mind. Support now, guys. I think for today is going to be this 0830, somewhere where these lows are. That's what I think it is. So maybe today we can do that. I don't know, something to watch. But trend line, guys, I think this can be a really nice trend line to work with. I think the best plan is for you to wait to see how long, how high, how much he can go up, and then and then the next time he reached the trend line, that's when you buy. Okay, I think that's the best risk reward kind of strategy in this pair if you're really looking to buy. Okay, so I think while we remain above the trend line, we are bullish. What happened if we break below the trend line, and especially below this low we made on Friday? On Friday? Yeah, I think it's on Friday. Yeah, last Friday. What's the next level to watch? I think if that breaks, if we see Friday's low break, then I think we need to watch all the way back to 07. Okay, because as you can see how many times we reach the 09, but look how many times we reach and find these 107. Okay, many times as well. So I think that's the best place for you to try along. Okay, as well. So, but the question is, can we go there? I don't know. That's something to watch. Okay, but if we do see it Friday's high low go, that's when you just need to hold yourself and then wait for 107. That's one. Now, dollar Canadian. This is one of the prettiest market right now, I think. Or more interesting, let's say, right now, because let me share here what I see. Okay, so dollar Canadian, start with the weekly chart, guys. We fighted the trend line here 2 weeks ago, right? Beautiful trend line, never a really nice rejection next week. The next candle, nice bounce, close pretty much above the open of the previous candle, which is the red one. So a really nice close here, and this week so far we are here. So that's a really nice bounce of the trend line there on the weekly. Daily, guys, we had two lows, not the best trend line, but as you can see here, the market just went a bit lower, made maybe a inverted hammer here, nice beautiful confirmed candle, and then the next day, boom, with the Bank of Canada interest rate. So here we are. So we just came to this support area here on the dollar Canadian, right? And it's holding so far, which is great to see. Let me delete this because I was expecting the market to maybe made a new low and then bounce, which the market loves to do. But here we are. So the dollar Canadian shorter term, what do I see? So you can see today we went, Fridays we just below the 38.2% fib, a nice bounce there, so that's great. But one thing that I'm watching very closely is this. So if I put this on the 1 hour, actually let me put this on 15, and let me compare, and let's put oil here. Well, look at what is happening here. Look what is happening here. Oil at the moment is bouncing hard with stocks, but dollar Canadian is not really going lower. Keep in mind that they are negative correlation, okay? Which means if oil moves down, dollar Canadian has more pressure to go up, and vice versa. So that is something to keep in mind. Does this correlation always work? Of course not, and that applies to everything. Sometimes you're gonna see, positive correlations go against each other, or vice versa. But these are a few things that I keep in mind, because they can really give you some early signals. So what I mean is that for some reason, if oil reverse and start moving down, this dollar Canadian can very likely start moving up very quickly, because now he already has the pressure to go up, even with strong oil. So what if oil reverse? That's something to really keep in mind. So I'm already long. I have a few longs here around the 3080 level in this market. My average is pretty much there, which is amazing price. Very happy with that. And I think we have more to go. I really do. So if we look the daily here, we had this range, we broke out the range, now we are above the range. So maybe this looks like a false breakout now, which means that this mark will probably reach this 33.50 coming soon. Okay, so that's where my target is. I don't expect to hold my position more than that. People are already saying about 32.50, 35.50, 35 zone. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm very happy if the market reaches 33.50. I think that's more than enough for me. So let's keep in mind. Let's see how we close today. I want to see a green close today. See, anywhere around here. If we do close here, I think it's a quite good confirmation that the market is holding support and is very likely to break up. Okay, can this be a flag? I see some people already saying we have possible a flag in the market. Do I think it's a flag? No, I don't think it is, because it's too large. The length is too much, I think, right? It's quite big. I wanted to see something smaller, maybe like this, that would look great, but this is too big for me, so I wouldn't call that a flag. Okay, so that's keep that in mind. Okay, so that's dollar Canadian. Aussie, so the Aussie is the market to watch today as well, I believe, and this week. Weekly, look where we are. Okay, we are at a trend line which already have 3 highs. This is the 4th attempt to break. Daily, you can see this more clearly. How big this can be for this Aussie market. Okay, guys. So I think this is the place of can we break here? What can happen? And here we are. Keep in mind that we also have the 200 moving average. So what does that mean? Means that it's not going to surprise me if the market can, for some reason, go there very quickly to 69.50 and then close the day like 69.09, just below the trend line, or close above the trend line, but the next day have a really bearish candle. Okay, it's not going to surprise me. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you try to sell here, there is a risk that we can move to 69.50 area, reach the 200 moving average, and then reverse. Okay, and then reverse, something like this here, right? Move up 69 above highs, right? Stop people out, close on green, still fine, but the next day red candle, really big red candle. That's what it can happen here. So be very aware of that. Okay, do I think this market is great? I do think. I think here the risk reward is amazing. Okay, let's check this together. So let's say we sell now. Put the stop losses here, 69.70. Target, guys, it needs to be somewhere here. So you can see the risk reward is not 2-to-1 if you use here, but I think that I think you need to aim to here. I think here's the place of where the market already had 4 attempts. It's a magnet, right? It's a magnet. So you can see it's nearly 4-to-1 risk reward trade in this market. Okay, and you can play as long as you want, isn't it? You can play many ways, which means that if we see a daily close below 68.80, maybe you can move the stop loss maybe to above this high, right? And then if we break and close up below this 68.18, that's when you can move to break even, right? And that's how you go. You know, you stop moving. You do trailing stop, a manual trading, trailing stop, right? Something like that on the Aussie. But I think it's a market for you to watch. You know, I think it's very, very, very beautiful. Let's see here if we have some trend lines to work with. Quite close there. Let's see if we can use this and this. Yeah, you can see maybe this one here can work, right? But this Aussie, guys, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. That's something to keep in mind. The Kiwi. So the Kiwi, guys, look what did I miss. I really missed this trade a few hours ago. Look the move on the 100 moving average. Is this the 100 moving average? It is, yes. 100 moving average. We had this square, guys, for many days now, right? Since here, pretty much, which I told you guys that I was waiting to this place to be reached to make a top, and here we are. Of course, still very early in the day, but as you can see, guys, it's reversing quite nicely. Look the previous high, guys. You know, previous high, the market goes there, stop people out, and here we are. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's have a quick look here in the hourly. So the 1 hour chart here, let's see. So you can see here maybe a trend line here, maybe a rising wedge, right? A rising wedge there in play, trying to break now. We are at support. Don't sell now, please. I think the first thing you need to see is the close today. Okay, very early in the day, nice moves on the market already. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit late for us to join. I'll be waiting to see what happens today. What's the close today to then start trading maybe tomorrow. Okay. So those are the forex pairs, guys. So we already saw the euro, dollar, pound, dollar, Swiss, dollar, Canadian, Aussie, Kiwi. Did I miss something? Euro, pound, dollar, Swiss, dollar, Canadian, Aussie. So Rudy, which is one of our traders here, just ask me if I think this is a head and shoulders on the Kiwi. No, I don't. Many reasons. Okay, number one, the shoulder here looks very, very small comparing to this left one. The head here looks complicated. Maybe I think this one actually looks better. Actually, if you look this way here, if you look this way, I think it looks better like this. Okay, but I think we just reached the target anyway, so it's already completed. So let's have a quick look. If we didn't reach the target, we came very close. Yeah, so you can see, right, you already missed more than 90% of the move already. So yeah, it's already completed pretty much. Yeah, but the bigger one, I don't think it's a head and shoulder. No. Okay, so that's the Kiwi there. And also let's check this, because I think we just, yeah, so you can see just above the 38.2. This one is to watch, guys. I really like the way that he moved up, went above the previous high, which is this one here, and now it's holding, you know. But like I said, very early in the day, very early. Okay, so yeah, so those are the forex pages. So let's have a quick look on gold. Gold, guys, this it does look better. It does look bullish. Okay, I have to say, it does look bullish. But I'm only going to be very bullish, or like, let's say, very confident that this is going to go back to the highs and maybe new highs coming soon is if we do start breaking this high here, because as you can see, if I do draw this square here, you can see already so many tests and so many rejections and so many, like I don't really like this, like I break above, then I move down, then I move up again above this trend line. So maybe this trend line is not even that big deal anymore, to be very honest. So you can see, I think it's soon to say that we're gonna go back to the highs again, but that's what I think. I think it's something to watch here. But one thing I have to say, a lot of people are buying this market right now, a lot, and that can be something good or bad. Which means that or the market's gonna stop everyone out and then move up, or we're gonna move up, make the last high, and then reverse. Okay, keep in mind that triangles, which looks like one here, they most of the time they give one more boost before bottom and top build, which means that this market can, if you start breaking, highs, you can easily do this and then move down. Okay, so that's something to watch, but that's gonna take a while to happen anyway, so I'm not gonna spend too much my time saying, but I don't know. Okay, that's what gold looks like. Silver, let's have a quick look on silver. So silver, it's holding to, it's actually looks it looks more triangle here than anything, right? It does look like a triangle. And silver looks very similar to gold anyway, so that's one thing to watch. Let's have a quick look on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, very choppy market, very choppy market, right? Very choppy. Remember what I said on the last video, that we needed to watch and wait for a close up of this trend line here, which is the triangle trend line, because that's going to be the trigger of this moving up, I believe. Okay, we still haven't had this close above the trend line. We still haven't had the close, so be very careful. It does look like a triangle here, isn't it? It does look something like this. So maybe break out, move back, and then finally have that close that we are waiting for. Very close, right? Very close for that to happen. Yeah, so let's have a quick look on equities. So equities, guys, are moving up, very positive in the day. I think we are, let's see, 0.50% of the day, so that's quite good, a good open of the week. So and here we are, very powerful, right? I think the next target, guys, needs to be around is I think the 3,100. Okay, that is one to keep in mind. But the best one, I think, is the 3125, I think. So let me delete a few things here. Let me clear this chart for you guys and for myself as well. So so if I put a fib from this high to the low, we have a fib there. We are getting close to. Equities love fib extensions, guys. Keep that in mind. Okay, stocks love these fibs extensions. Maybe a high to this high here. What if I copy this and paste here? Not okay. Yeah, so keep in mind these fibs extensions here, guys. They can serve as good resistance. And I see many people saying about the divergence. Guys, look, I think we already discussed this many times, right? And I told you guys that you will see divergence always in a very strong trend market. Okay, so every time the market gets in a very strong trend, you will see a lot of divergences. And if the market's in a trend, guys, I think that's the first big thing that you need to write down. Okay, and you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight the trend. That's what I have to say. If you sell this market now because of divergence, I'm not too sure. I think it's a very bad idea. I really do. Okay, DAX. So the DAX continues to move up, guys. I think that was amazing trade here. I did got some long DAX, but it's not I think, it's the truth. I closed it very early. I think I closed my longs pretty much here. I think was 12 800 and 200, 820 something. Okay, very early. I closed it here and look where we are now, you know. But anyway, here we are, and after we broke the trend line, what we saw together many times, when we had finally that close above the trend line, that was the trigger, right? So keep that in mind. And guys, the next level, I think the very big resistance now is coming, and I think it's going to be this high. So what I think is going to happen here is that the market will probably move up, break that resistance, and then do something like this, okay, and then move up again. That is not going to surprise me. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that maybe it's very late for you to join the boat. Maybe it's too late for you to buy. That's what I think. Okay, the bullish and bearish line here, guys, I think it needs to be this 13,000 mark. 13,000 mark. I think if you do, you know, break below here again, I think that's quite a bearish thing. 2 times we tried to break. The third, that's when we got the boost up. So I think this is a nice price that you can work with, which means that if we move down, you can, you know, as close as we get to this price, I think it's worth for you to take a long shot, put your stop losses here, you know, and wait for the market to continue moving up in your favor. So that's my opinion there on the DAX. What else? Oil, guys, like I said, you know, oil is breaking up. So as you can see here, we are triangle. Looks like we hit the triangle target, move down, and here we are. So what this might look something like this now. Can this be a rising? No, I don't see that. Now we're approaching now the 200 moving average on the daily. Let's put a fib here. So fib from the news high to this. So you can see we're approaching the 50. Oil loves the 50 fib. Let's let this. Let's put a fib extension here. So you can see we are just breaking this high we made on the 28th, which was last Monday. And yeah, and I think this is a trend line that I think we can work with. Maybe. Let's see if we do have any. I'm gonna leave this as a reference, but as you can see, it's close to the R2 and the first fib extension anyway. And then you can see here big support here around the 57.64. Big area here actually. So let me delete this and actually draw a square, because I think it's a zone, it's a block here of resistance and support. So we're pretty much getting there right now. Yeah, and dollar Canadian continues to be strong, which is there, guys. I think it's a big signal of what, you know, can happen soon. I think we need to be very closely monitoring the oil market and dollar Canadian, and if oil reverse and dollar Canadian start breaking, you know, above the 32 handle, I think you need to add to your Canadian exposure. I think you have to, because it can give you really nice profits very fast. So that's the oil market. Okay. And by the way, let's go to Dow, because the Dow market, I think this was one hell of a beautiful market. Look at this. This is amazing, right? We had a beautiful triangle and also a beautiful trend line, and I think this is beautiful. I think this it's amazing. You know, technically, you know what to do, exactly what to do. You know how many tests we had here on this trend line, and then Friday close above, and then today continuation. You know, that's what you expect. But we still did we broke? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, too late now to buy, of course. Too late to buy. And of course, if you wanted to measure the targeted triangle, it's going to be a lot higher. But I don't recommend you to use this target. I don't, because it's so far away that I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't. So what can you do here? So maybe let's use the last swing down, which is this high here, and you can see, you know, it's going to be around 27,750. The 4 hour here, let's see. Yeah, we're approaching the 1.618 fib extension. So yeah, I think the market might slow down now. I think it opens too fast. So that's something to keep in mind there. Okay, guys, I think that's all. I think the markets to watch today is the dollar Canadian. Not only today, but you know, the start of this week. So I mean, between today and Wednesday, I think you need to watch the dollar Canadian, the Aussie dollar, the Kiwi dollar. I think those are the three best forex market technically for us to trade for this week, I believe. Yeah, that's all pretty much. Okay, thanks so much, guys. I hope you liked this video. Please, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. It's gonna help us a lot going forward. Please like the video as well. It's only gonna push us to do even more things for you guys here. And yeah, and I think that's all. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have an amazing week, and I speak to you guys again tomorrow. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye bye.